Lieutenant General Todd Semonite, 54th Chief of Engineers, and we're on the road again. Today we're in the Rio Grande Valley with the great Southwest Division. We're down here doing border wall construction, and with me is Colonel Ken Reed. He's the commander of the Fort Worth District. Ken, I think your division right now is doing about 205 miles for the Department of Homeland Security, CBP, and they're in the process of doing this through the FY 17, 18, and 19 appropriations. Most of the walls that I've seen so far are almost flat out in the middle of the desert. This is something very, very different. Help us explain a little bit about the depth of the program that your district's involved in and some of the work we're doing.
Rio Grande Valley. We're doing levee wall. Okay. And what's behind us is levee wall. Basically, what that
equates to is we're pouring a concrete levee wall and put bollard on top of it. It equates to about 34 feet total distance, but for the greater Rio Grande Valley area, the district's doing 85 miles of construction throughout the area.
So you got a great team here. I met with all your civilians, your senior leadership. Captain Joe Derlin's a project engineer out here. Joe, the Colonel described a little bit about it in the macro, but right behind us is an unbelievable sight. You got guys putting concrete in. Explain to our team a little bit about how does a levee wall work and what kind of things can you point out and show them?
Yes, sir. So as you can see right here, you can see all four phases of the current construction project. Currently, they're placing concrete for the footing, which will be the foundation for the stem wall for the concrete flood wall. And then also you can see further down on the first new panel at the RGV 02 project site, it's already completed with the bollard in place into the concrete flood wall. Right next to it is another work in progress. The bollards have already been erected. We're just awaiting concrete to place in there. And then as we continue along this progress, they'll begin to excavate the keyway along to the earthwork. They'll continue constructing the footing.
But what you had to do is the current levee we're on is not strong enough to be able to hold all that steel. So you basically had to cut part of this levee, put that footer in and all that concrete. So now you're going to get about a 16-foot concrete levee wall and then the 18-foot bollard on top of that, right?
Yes, sir.
And then this is kind of like an assembly line, kind of in a degree. They're still getting started, but once you get the footer out in front, then they'll come back through in, what, 130-foot section?
Yes, sir.
You can't open it up too much, I understand, because if there is a flood, we've got to be able to protect the farm owners, so the contract is only allowed to have so much going at once.
Yes, sir.
So they'll imagine they'll pick the battle rhythm up quite a bit.
Yes, sir, that is absolutely correct. So no more than 1,000 feet excavated here on the levee. As the contractor does progress down, we'll backfill on the existing flood wall, and that will allow them to progress. Currently where we stand here in base 2, it's a 2.1 mile reach of land that the contractor will place all the flood wall and bollard fence. Yes, sir.
So I think I've been in a lot of different project sites watching how the barrier's going up. But this is much, much different than what we would see out on a very, very flat ground where you don't have all these climatic conditions with a levee. So I think, Ken, congratulations to your team. You got all the experts down here. I'm very, very impressed with what I see. Not just quality, you're on schedule, you're at cost, but the bottom line is you continue to do this because the conditions are very, very challenging. So, Joe, congratulations on doing a good job. You enjoy your job down here?
Yes, sir, very much so. It's a dream to work for the Corps of Engineers.
Ken, and thanks again for having the Super District. Unbelievable project right here in the Rio Grande Valley. So, from great construction site, southwest border, General Todd Semonite on the road again.